Before we get on the ground, a quick overview. Left-hand map 1961, right-hand map 2025. I'll put this link in the description. You can have a look at your own community and just see how it's grown since 1961. So looking at the left-hand map, Stainforth with my cursor. The colliery was just here on the left-hand map. Looking across at Hatfield, it was a nice little town, and I've got a separate video coming on Hatfield, but as far as I'm concerned, it's just been gentrified and destroyed. But looking at the left-hand map of Stainforth versus the right-hand map, not that much population growth on Stainforth, but that was the main colliery town. But coming further down on the left-hand map to Dunscroft, you can just see how Dunscroft's grown. Now, I got confused over the boundaries between Dunscroft and Hatfield, so please excuse me on that. But let's go on to the right-hand map now. So the colliery was somewhere about there with a cursor, and they've got this new carriageway in taking you to the M18. So the M18 didn't exist before, probably 1970s. But this area looks like it's going to get built up on the old colliery site with warehouses, etc. I don't know if there's new housing coming, so if anybody knows about new housing coming, please shout up on that one. I can always go back and document that. Let's get on the ground now. In Hatfield, I'll just show you this row of shops. Not a lot to it really, Domino's there. And that's the rest of the row of shops there, Fish Bar, Bernardo's and whatever. But it doesn't have the feel of a colliery town, and I've been told to come down this road, Bootham Lane, and it'll bring me up to where the old colliery was, so let's see what I can find. I'm seeing this more and more in Doncaster, 20 miles per hour. This is what we've got in Wales, it's absolute madness. A few older industrial units here. But I think we can all see the New World Order's on its way here. So you get rid of the colliery and then you just stuff it full of warehouses. And they'll probably not employ anybody local. Just like at Dinnington where I live. He's got a canteen here. He said he's got very strong opinions on it. That's why you've got this sign on it. And he wants to do more stuff on it. So it's quite nice to see that, isn't it? Somebody cares about his community, and he actually was apprentice at Wednesday under Jack Charlton as well. So you can see the church over there. It's right behind that, that's why I can't really film it well, but I should be able to get back to that. I'm going to have a walk around. I'm off to find the pit head, which is still here. I'm told there's a lot of housing coming around here, whether it's coming on this field or not. I'm not 100% sure, but it's possible. But I really want to show you the feel for it around here. But it was a very late pit closure, 2015. Most pits had shut in the mid-80s, hadn't they? So it was a very late closing one. But you can see all these new roads, and I think you can see what's actually coming to this area. The New World Order, massive new warehouses everywhere. But this pit's only been closed 10 years, so a lot of the development work's only just starting. You can see we're very close to junction 5 of the M18. I'm going to go in the direction of Stainforth when I've just been to the colliery wheel. But what I want to do is just show you what's coming round here. But this is a pretty straight road to junction 5 of the M18. I think you're just going to find it'll be houses and industrial units. I think this looks like the old colliery slag heap that's already been cut down to size. That takes you down to the
M18, but you get a feel for what's coming, don't you, with all the warehouses, housing. It'll be totally soulless, no community. We'll just pop round here to the pit head. So I found the pit head, and it's the first one I've seen in a long time. It's just over here. I should be able to get a better view on it. They've got the pit head. They used to be all over Yorkshire. I'm told these are going to be saved. I mean, they should have saved them in a lot more places, I think. Where I parked, it looked more like 1960s, 70s houses, or even later, but here you can see what looks like original colliery houses. And I'm not really sure what that is over there. Looks like a caravan park. I could be right, I could be wrong. You can probably see it better on screen. I'm not sure what it is. It's like a bit of a shanty town, that. I'm hoping to get a better view of the colliery head. But having a real skirt round of the area, you can see how big the colliery heat was, and you can see pit winding heads, but also there's actually guys working on it. So can anybody tell me what's going off? Is there still the chance to dig coal out of the ground, because we should be burning coal cleanly? We shouldn't be shutting our collieries down. So I only have memories of Dinnington Colliery looking like that. They couldn't get the baths knocked down quick enough at Dinnington. They didn't want to leave that as a landmark either. They just want to get rid of people's past. And we've got these soulless warehouses where we import goods to. So I'm coming into Stainforth. It looks more like a colliery town than Hatfield. As I can see the old colliery housing. Let's see what we can find. Dread to think what's going on here, but knowing Dinnington, we've got more warehouses, or it looks like more jobs than ever than when there was a colliery there. But you try getting a job local in Dinnington if you're a local person. And then if you do actually work locally, you don't find any Dinnington people working locally. They're all coming in from elsewhere. So that's going to be the same for Hatfield and Stainforth. Isn't it awful what they've done? So there's two signs for Stainforth for coming down Unity Way, because it looks like there's a monument down here, which I'm going to show you. Or the Catholic Church of Our Lady of the Assumption. That's a good name, isn't it? I don't know if this brings back memories for anybody. Very modern looking church, and he's a little bit TLC though, don't it? He can't even bother with cross. So sad. I feel much more like I'm in a mining community. I'll show it you in a moment. There we have it. You can see more like what they'd have put in for the miners. Bootham Crescent, isn't that where York City played, at Bootham Crescent? Don't know what the significance of the name is round here. People were thrown on the scrap heap, there's no doubt about that in the mining communities. And I'm told that by the time the colliery was shut down, most of the people working at the colliery weren't even locals, which just about sums it all up, doesn't it? Here we have the colliery wheel there, or a colliery wheel. This doesn't look like the original because it's still up there, isn't it? Thank goodness. So they're 1921 to 2015, so it was quite a late colliery. Most of the collieries were in 1800s, late 1800s, early 1900s, so this was 20 years late getting off the ground, 20 years late shutting. So let's have another view of this from round the front. Here we have it, Hatfield Main Club, CIU, affiliated, whatever that means. Makes me think that's, oh no, there's a door open there. That door's on that side's closed, but it's definitely open. I'm going to walk in Stainforth now and see what I can find. I'm hoping to find a row of shops, but I've been told it's grim. There you can see more colliery type housing. So we've got the sign for Stainforth, historic market town. So we've got some Ivy Rose Court houses, mobile homes, petrol station but no fuel. I didn't find a lot in Hatfield, so I'm guessing Stainforth's got the shops. There you've got Asda over there. Let's get on the other side of the road, but it's nice to see flags up here as well, isn't it? All the way along the high street. I'm going to head my way back into Hatfield. I think I should be able to get a church in Hatfield. He was saying Hatfield was the second to last deep coal mine to go. Kenley near Pontefract was the last one to go. So he got his money off Margaret Thatcher. He said, yeah, great, Margaret Thatcher gave me my money, 30 grand or whatever, which was a lot then. Could buy an house with that. But it's what was left for the younger generation. And that's why you get so many people going down the actual wrong route. In the old coal mining communities, you get a lot of drug issues and various things like that. But it's the community we used to have in collieries. Like on the Saturday in the morning, you couldn't move at the shops in Dinnington, and it's absolutely dead now. Same with the market on the Friday as well, used to be packed, and I think people are getting used to the new normal now, aren't they? So that's Mike's Bakery, Cafe and whatever. Martial arts over there. This is definitely like a coal mining community. Hatfield seems more like a farming community. But somebody who ran the cafe told me that there was a lot of fast food places on here. But it's par for the course. It's quite a long road. You can say the station road goes all the way through to Hatfield. I don't think there's a station anymore. I've not seen a station anyway. But I'm guessing there probably wasn't in the past. But I'm not having a dig at these communities. It's the same in my own community. It's what was done, shutting down collieries before they should be shut down. I think we should have at least still probably had 50% of the collieries open, because we need security in the UK. Weekend motorists there, I don't know what that is. Oh, it's servicing parts. Look more like a cafe. But it's nice to see all the flags up. But this is what you get, red wall seat. They're being betrayed by Tories and Labour. I think the Tories were given a good chance to deliver for us on Brexit, and they chose to bring in more cheap labour. I think they call it the Boris wave. Was it about 4 million, the Boris wave? So what did that do for job prospects? And you say that people don't want to work. I'm more a George flag person, but I'll go with a union flag. Solidarity with the rest of the UK, but not the UK government or the UK monarchy. So we've got a dentist there. That looks like somebody's house, but it's a dentist. Just here you've got Stainforth Town Council and Community Resource Centre. Nice little garden, isn't it? Community library over there. Now I did speak to the miner, or the ex-miner, and he said the welfare grounds have been built on with houses. I don't know if we were talking cross purposes, because I did see a big green space, but I don't know how to get to it. So that's Carousel Superstore, Wilson's, whatever that is, sandwich shop, but lots of shutters down here. Far for the coast though, isn't it, in the old mining communities. Nice to see the George flag, because we're getting a few more George flags around here now. I don't know if that's early closing or shut. Typical thing with barbers. I think we're getting a new barber where I live. On top of the 4 or 5 Turkish barbers we've already got. All shuttered down here. Not a lot to see there, is there? So we've got Stainforth Hope Centre, Methodist Church. We have Stainforth Cemetery here, nice little chapel by the looks of it, or whatever they call it. Well kept, we've got some guys working on it at the moment. So one of the miners told me that they built houses on one of the old welfare grounds. Now I'm wondering if this is where the old welfare ground was, because there's still a patch of green with houses on either side. So can somebody confirm this? Is this where the old welfare ground used to be? I'm on my way back. I was going out towards Fish Lakes. I've got to go back the opposite way down Station Road to get to Hatfield. On these King George apartments, I noticed they've got old chimneys up here. So that's old chimneys, and then it's modern brickwork surrounding it. So what was this all about in the past? Anybody local can tell me? It looks like an old colliery building that's been converted to me. On my way back to Hatfield, I can now find the old station. To me, is it still being used or not? We've got a gate here and we've got some English lines on it. Anybody can tell me if there's a hole down there of some kind? I'll have to have a look on the map when I get back. So there you have it, Hatfield and Stainforth train station. It must still be going. So we have another number of shops here. I'm guessing they don't get the footfall anymore. Bit of green space over there. I'm not really sure what this lot is here. Looks like it's shuttered shops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shops shut. And then some of them have got something in, but don't look, looks grim. DN7 Tyres and Servicing. I've just turned the camera off to have a chat with people who are waving, but I've always found it better to turn the camera off and speak to people. That's why I'm a bit upset that somebody attacked me in Sheffield. But then if he'd have spoke English, he wouldn't have attacked me, would he? And that is the problem. Looks like there's some refurbishment going on there. Family butcher just here. If it's still a family butcher. Is the butcher shut? One for the record, the old butcher's closed and a new butcher's opening up. So what's a skeleton museum? Quirky. But we are on the way to Hatfield. Hopefully I get the nice church which I've seen in the distance. There you can see more colliery type houses, like what we call the White City where I live, that's been knocked down. That's to let. Best one there, or best in, sorry. Then we've got another, what we call Turkish barber. Here we have Dunston Social Club. It's quite well maintained, isn't it? Like I said, I don't know the relationship between Dunston and Hatfield. We still have a garage jet, 132.9 for 4. No, for 2-star. I'm just going down Abbey Road to where it said church. A few more shops on this road as well. Another barber, you can't believe it. But fast food, takeaway cafe, tanning. I think that one says crystals. Don't know what that is, crystals, that's dog grooming by the looks of it. Let's just carry on, see if we can find the church. I could see the spire from a distance and so disappointing, it's shut down. I'm a bit shocked really, I thought these places were safe. This was the parish church of St Edwin, Dunston. Another row of shops down there, but I'm not going to even bother showing you them. But there it is. Even God's not keeping them open. I nearly missed some really important things. Stainforth Central Club, that's shut down. So is that the end of that one? Will that be another knockdown one? Got a church just round the corner. Here we've got the parish church of St Mary, Stainforth. Not quite as elegant as the one at Hatfield. Just as I was driving out to Fish Lakes, I saw a sign saying Stainforth Market Town. I'm thinking, I didn't know it were a market town, and this is the market. So I nearly missed that one. I've just noticed a police station as well over here. I thought it was a bit surprising for there to be a police station. I'm being told it's been closed down a while and it's going to be turned into flats, so that's another community asset gone. Around the back of the actual market area, the old club. Probably bring back some happy memories for some people, but what will this become? As you can see, Hatfield's a little bit more upmarket. Just in the distance is the church. I'm going to have to film the church and call it a day. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this video up, and you'll see in a moment why. And I'm going to do Hatfield High Street on a new video. So thanks for watching this video. Please like the video, follow the channel and click the bell notification for future uploads.